Alright, the time being 7:35, I declare the meeting open. Tonight we're here for an extraordinary meeting with one agenda item, and that is the election of the Mayor of the City of Canterbury Bankstown. Can I acknowledge country, and that the City of Canterbury Bankstown acknowledges the traditional country of the Darug and Eora peoples. We recognise and respect their cultural heritage, beliefs and relationship with the land. We acknowledge that they are of continuing importance to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples living today. Council also acknowledges other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander language groups in the city and works closely with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander communities to advance reconciliation in the city. In accordance with Council's Code of Meeting Practice, the recordings of this meeting will be uploaded to Council's website following the meeting. I do remind councillors that you should not make any personal or defamatory statements about another person and abide by the requirements of Council's Code of Meeting Practice. Councillors, I'm asking for any leaves of absence. It seems we have 3 leaves of absence, 4 leaves of absence this evening. That's Councillor Akhtar, Councillor Saleh, Councillor Labour, and Councillor Ishak. We've got a grand leave of absence, so it's been moved. Councillor Aburaz and Councillor Downey. All those in favour say aye. I declare that carried. Councillors, it is great, really is good to be here this evening, and it's good to see so many people interested in local government and council affairs. It's fantastic. But you might be here for other reasons, I suspect. Look, a welcome to everyone. It's always a blessing to be surrounded by friends, and I do feel a lot of love in the chamber tonight. For me, it's been an amazing journey. It's been an honour to have been mayor of this city, one of the largest councils in Australia, over a period of almost 12 years. When I was asked by media earlier this week why I decided to step down, I simply said, the time is right. Similar words used by Labor leader Gough Whitlam when he led the change during his It's Time election campaign in 1972. As you all know, I've stepped down as mayor, most likely the last time I'll be sitting in this chair. And the councillor taking over will be chosen shortly. But it is my chance as mayor to publicly thank some of those who have helped and supported me over so many years. To all of you, my fellow councillors, to former councillors, and there have been a few of them over the years, thank you for all your encouragement and support. Can I separately acknowledge Councillor Downey, as she did serve as mayor for one of those years, and someone who has given so much to this council and to the community. To the CEO, who sat beside me for this time, Mr. Matthew Stewart, you literally have been there every step of the way. To the executive team, to council staff, about 1,500 of the staff, and of course, my PAs over the years. I've had Rachel, Aileen, Wendy, Vanessa, and of course Tanya and my current PA Heidi. So politics of the Labor Party have certainly played a big role in my career since I joined the Labor Party back in 1996. Tonight, I'll pay tribute to people like former MPs Barbara Perry and Tony Stewart, who gave me my first job. Current friends and state ministers Sophie Kotsis, Jihad Dib, and of course the federal ministers that represent our area, Jason Clr and Tony Burke. And where would I be without the commitment and support of the grassroots, that is the local Labor branches. Always there on election day and on many, many other occasions. I do have to give a special mention to the HSU and the United Services Union as well, and they have supported me and backed me all the way through. To the religious organisations, and I know many are represented here tonight, to cultural groups, charitable and not-for-profits, you have always opened your doors and supported not only me, but our entire community. This I will never forget. And to the many clubs and sporting groups and associations, thank you for your support. To many people to name and thank, and I apologise in advance if I haven't mentioned anyone. However, there is a local organisation I do want to single out, and that is the Canterbury Bankstown Torch, in particular the English family and its current editor Mark Kirkland. The Torch newspaper has been around since 1920 and has shone a light on council affairs, reporting accurately and fairly, and I'm hoping that mention will give me a headline tomorrow. To my family, to my mum and dad, that not only raised me but have supported me and encouraged me, to my sisters, to my extended family, you have always been there for me, and I thank you. Last but no means least, my biggest praise, obviously, and I think deservedly, is reserved for my wife Sally, who's with us tonight, who during this time, I've been married, had 3 beautiful children, in Elias, Annalise, and Lucas, and they've only known their dad to be the man. And when I get home tonight, that will be the first time in their lives that I'm no longer there. I think that's a good thing. They are the ones who have had to put up with me through good times and through bad. Sally, you only know too well what it's like being the wife of a man and the many sacrifices you've had to make. You supported me, and at the same time you've run your business, you've run our household, and you've cared for our 3 children. And I don't know if it's good news or bad news, but hopefully after tonight you'll be seeing a lot more of me. When I was elected mayor way back in 2004, I never expected to be mayor when I was elected to councillor back in 2004, let alone leading the city for over a 12-month period. And it really is difficult to put into words what an experience it's been, as there have been many achievements, many moments, beautiful and decent people I've met, I've worked with, and obviously there's been a couple of blows as well. And that's life. Some achievements I'd like to mention include championing the construction of the building next door, the Western Sydney University, truly a landmark we can all be proud of now and into the future. The construction of a splash park, revitalising our town centres, bringing our waste services in-house, making our city a smart city, introducing AI technology to our waste and cleaning services, all abilities playgrounds, investing in community centres, libraries, our parks, our sporting facilities. All these things and more is why our council was awarded the prestigious AR Builder Award for local government, not once, but twice. Local residents will know the investment we put into boardwalks, parks and cycleways, recreation areas along the Georges and the Cooks River. And while we were building a better city, we were building bridges with the community, supporting our huge diverse community and the many not-for-profit and community organisations who rely on council grants and on council facilities, maintaining our Meals on Wheels service for the elderly, hosting events like Bankstown Lights, Campsie Food Markets, Lunar New Year, Ramadan Nights at Kemba. And we've all just seen how successful that has been, with over 1.4 million attending over the 30 days. And playing a role in many, many other cultural and festive events. And what many people don't see are the other things we do on a regular basis, like our citizenship ceremony. What a moment it was when I hosted Australia's largest citizenship ceremony at the Velodrome, where close to 2,400 people became new citizens, newest members of our Australian family when they were sworn, when they took the oath of becoming a citizen. Without doubt, I think there are 2 standout periods during my term. The amalgamation of the former Canterbury and Bankstown councils brought with it many challenges, the major one being the financial shortcomings of the former Canterbury council. But the other one was during COVID, and that was a time of indecision and policy on the run by a Liberal government hell-bent on gaining political advantage. And who bore the brunt of their scare campaign? Our council and our neighbouring councils. Remembering the 9 PM curfews, the helicopters, the dogs, the army, banned construction workers, and of course we all remember the police crash tackling mourners at Rookwood Cemetery. Well, I didn't have a bar of it, I wasn't having a bar of it when we saw people swimming at Bondi Beach while we were all locked down. And I did force the government into making significant change. It was also a time our council stepped in to support our healthcare workers, our businesses, our charitable organisations and our staff. It was also the time our Anzac Day services were disrupted and I had the chance to interview and stand with our oldest war veteran, 106-year-old Bert, at his front gate, one of the highlights of my term. Before signing off, a snapshot for the new men and what they can expect. I've been to thousands of events, from fundraising galas to sporting finals, to anniversaries, to a few 100-year-old milestone birthdays. I didn't kiss too many babies, but I did shake many hands and was front and centre for the photo requests. I hosted Prime Ministers, His Excellency the Governor General and his wife, countless state and federal government ministers, sporting, entertainment and media personalities. So to the new man, and we will know who that will be shortly, it's now your time. And just know I'll be there to support you for the challenges that you lie ahead. Thank you. Councillors, in respect to this item, require a motion. Councillor Downey.
I'd like to move the recommendation, and in accordance with Schedule 7 of the Local Government General Regulations of 2021, the General Manager is returning officer conducting elections now. And item 2, in the event that there be more than one nomination for the position, that Council determine the method of voting to be open voting.
All right. That's seconded Councillor Walsh. All those in favour say aye. I declare that carried. And I'll now pass over to the Chief Executive Officer and vacate the chair.
Councillors, I have one valid nomination for Councillor Bilal for the position of mayor. Do I have any other nominations from the floor? Councillors, there being no further nominations, I declare Councillor Bilal elected mayor.
Wow, I know. We're shaking in the hour. It's got water already. I'm going.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. overawed by your warmth and love, and by this very, very special occasion. I would like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land and pay my respect to elders both past, present, and emerging. Well, to say I'm nervous is an understatement. This is a dream come true. Being elected leader and being is something I have aspired to since coming to this beautiful country some 24 years ago. The realisation of that no matter who you are or whatever background you come from, it is possible to achieve and reach your goal in life. And as I look around the chamber tonight, it is equally gratifying to have so many family, friends, and leaders to share this special moment with. People have been there for me and supported me along the way. It will be remiss of me not to mention and acknowledge some of them here tonight. Can I, of course, start with my close friend Carl, who stepped down tonight as mayor after 12 years of leadership. To you, of course, to your wife Sally, who I know has been your strength and travelled the journey with you, and of course to your beautiful kids and family, I say thank you and wish you well in your future endeavours. My fellow councillors, this is one of my proudest moments, and it is you that have entrusted me with leading the city. And I look forward to, of course, some very healthy and constructive debate. The executive team, of course, a hard-working staff. I appreciate, and of course, Matt Stewart, the general manager. I appreciate your guidance and help, and I am truly excited about what lies ahead for our city. I'd like to also pay tribute to my political friends who guided me through many sensitive issues. We got the Minister Sophie Kotsis, and of course my friend Jason Clr, the federal member. We've got Kylie Wilkinson here, the new elected member for East Hills. My very, very close friend and brother, who's sitting just over there, the newly elected Minister Jihad Dib. Special mention to my mentor and supporter, Tony Burke, whose sage advice is readily available. To the many organisations who have been as solid as rock and unequivocally backed me, people like the LMA, Human Appeal, Annie and Graham Linsky, and the many sheikhs that have given up their time to be here tonight, who through their generosity and selflessness taught me so much about giving back to the community. And a special mention to the religious organisations that are represented here tonight, by the Maronites Order, the Melkites, and Orthodox faiths, and there's so many multicultural and community groups that share a passion for our city. And the many, many other community charitable and sporting groups which I have a very close affinity. Many people will come and go in your life, but there is always one constant, and that is your family. And like many of you, I have a very loving and supportive family, many of whom are here tonight. My rock and my biggest supporter, my wife, Mesa. And children, Mustafa, twins Aim and Tasneem, and little Noah. Guys, letting you know that getting here tonight and taking on this important role would not have been possible if I didn't have your love and support. Of course, a huge thanks to my mother, Sana, who's sitting in the gallery as well, and my sisters, and one brother, and their families, who've always been there for me along the way. Thank you. And as always, I know you will always have my best interest and heart and keep you grounded. I wanted to share my inner thoughts and my biggest thanks to my late father. Guys, whilst I know he's not physically with us tonight, I know he is with us in our hearts and minds. I won't forget the meeting after I was first elected as councillor in 2017. We sat in the public gallery. He was as proud as father as anyone can get. He even shed a tears of joy that all we should complete tonight. My story is not uncommon to many other migrants who have settled in this country. I arrived here in 1999 as a 12-year-old kid, not speaking a word of English. We lived in Lakemba for a short while before eventually settling into my family home in Greenacre, a home I still share with my mum. I attended an English intensive school at Beverly Hills and Punchbowl Boys High School for one day. Belmont Boys High School and finished school at Australian International Academy in Stratford. My interest in politics and the Labor Party was born out of a desire to help those who have no voice, those struggling to make ends meet and to tackle social injustices and prejudices. I was elected to the newly merged Canterbury Bankstown Council in September 2017, and since that time I have served twice as Deputy Mayor. My interest in the community is founded in service, as I play an active role on many communities. Being Mayor brings with it so many new responsibilities, and balancing those responsibilities with the expectations of the community comes with careful consideration. One thing you can be assured of is I will continue to listen and do what I can within my room. There is no doubt our city faces many challenges. Because of the increase in cost of living, and councils, like any other business, are not shielded by the rising cost of living. Therefore, it is imperative that we maintain the fiscal responsibility shown by the current council for the benefit of all residents. Those challenges aside, our city is growing, and there are some exciting things happening, like the recently completed Western Sydney University, hopefully a new hospital and some significant projects like the Canania Library and Knowledge Centre, community centres at Greenacre and Thorina Park, which will create jobs and investment opportunities. But council's job should always be on the customer, the residents living right here. Now, one of my first priorities will be getting to know them better and the issues affecting them. It is my intention to get out and about and chat with as many residents as possible, from town centres to local neighbourhood and suburban streets across our city. Customer service will continue to be at the fore of what we do. I am a firm believer that if you do the small things right, you are on the right path. For those of you who know me, bringing the community together is my passion. We have, without a doubt, one of the largest multicultural and diverse cities in the country. And I will strive to work closely with religious and cultural organisations and do what I can to promote harmony and inclusivity. And for those non-for-profit charitable organisations who many families rely on, I will support you where possible, and yes, I will still do my fair share of volunteering and packing food hampers. In wrapping up, I would like to once again thank my colleagues and everyone for coming here tonight, and to reaffirm my commitment to representing you. And to all the residents of this great city, Canterbury Bankstown. And to the younger generation, there's a few of them in the gallery, to the younger generation who have aspirations of becoming leaders, I hope my story as a kid, my story of the kid who migrated here and couldn't speak a word of English, becoming here will inspire you to achieve your goals. Councillors, I now invite my fellow councillors to address the meeting if they wish. We'll start.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. Councillors, it's certainly the end of the era and the beginning of the new era. And I think as the era ends, it's important to acknowledge the Asfour era. Whether you agree with him on every issue or you didn't, there's no doubt on any issue of Cal's passion for the city. And his leadership has guided us through pretty rough times, including that merger with something. It's been a rocky time, and it was really telling Cal that when we were in lockdown, there weren't many voices speaking up for us. The voice was loud, and she stuck up really. To our new mayor, congratulations. You are a community man. I think I first met you in the GCYC community organisation. You volunteered on Meals on Wheels in many other things around the community. You've been engaged with this local community in this area. And you're a man from the community and on the community. And I'm sure you'll do a great job with this council. You've been very good leadership.
Through you, Mr. Mayor, Hayek. Can I start by congratulating you and start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet off on today and pay my respects to the elders past and present. And can I acknowledge John is in the room with us tonight, and acknowledge Dr. Ibrahim Muhammad, the President of Australia, and Sheikh Shahi is here, and also other groups, organisations and tribal organisations and community members who are here tonight. Cal, thank you for your service to the community throughout the 12 years. You've led us through the most difficult times, as what Councillor Cagle has stated, through the mergers. I've witnessed you in the room trying to fight for a demerger before we were forced to merge by the following Liberal government. So I thank you for that, fighting for the community. But also thank you for being there fighting for us during the most difficult times during COVID, trying to ensure that we still, we had our kind of fair share of rules when rules were imposed on us as opposed to other eastern suburbs, as well as trying to get the best services operation still functioning through the most difficult times. So thank you so much, and I wish you all the best in the future endeavours. And I congratulate you, Mayor Hayek. You can see in the room how many people that are here tonight witnessing your significant achievements, and we are so proud of you, and unanimously we have voted for you to become mayor. Even the Liberals have not even put up a candidate for you tonight, which speaks a very high volume of what an independent and an independent. I do apologise, Councillor Curry. And
I'm not lazy.
that's it. So we have entrusted you to do this huge job, which I know that you do a fantastic job within the community. The community knows you very, very well, and I'm sure you'll do a fantastic job delivering the best outcomes for Canterbury Bankstown. May God be with you on this new journey. God bless.
Councillor Downey.
Thanks. I'd also like to acknowledge the people of East Hills, Kylie Maslin, Jihad Dib, and former Councillor Steve Punteski and Uncle John, who are present tonight, and all our other dignitaries. Congratulations, Mr. Mayor. I look forward to working with you and wish you a successful term. In relation to Mr. Asfour, or Khal Asfour, Councillor Asfour now, as we work out that I can't call him the mayor anymore. Khal and I didn't always see eye to eye over some issues, but we have both worked hard for the good of the community. I'd like to thank Khal for his service, thank his wife Sally and his family for their service as well. No one can deny that over a decade as an elected mayor and councillor is a sizable chunk of a person's life, and Khal has represented our community with passion and diligence and compassion, and deserves our recognition of his work over the years. Well done and thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to start by acknowledging Councillor Asfour's decade plus long reign as Mayor, and also congratulate you for being able to step down on your own terms at your own time of choosing. I've only been here for the end of that reign, and I've seen how challenging it has been. What a challenging time it's been for you, but you've dealt with it effectively, and certainly as a first-term councillor, it's been valuable having someone with your experience and your institutional knowledge in the chair. And to the new mayor, now congratulations. As someone I've gotten to know during this term on council, and I know you're someone who works hard, who has good people skills, who works effectively with other councillors and council staff. I also know you're very community oriented, you're passionate about the community. I think much turnout here is testament to that. You've got a big task ahead of you. I think even chairing these meetings will have its challenges, but I know that you're on to it, Mr. Mayor.
I've got the privilege of being the first Liberal and congratulate you. So, first of all, I'd like to thank Councillor and former Mayor Asfour. Like Councillor Walsh, I've only been here for a short time, and I must admit, under your leadership, this is one of the best run organisations that I've been a part of. And I learned that I have worked for a number of large organisations, so well done. We don't always see eye to eye, but I think the important thing is that you care about the community, you care about the LGA, Canterbury Bankstown, and all the residents. I think I want to thank you for all your hard work. It's been tough for you and your wife and your family been through, but I think you're more relaxed now and instead of more time with the kids and the family. So, and to Mayor Hayek, congratulations. And I think what both of you share in common, and I think not so much people, most of us here, I guess, is that you're both migrants, you've both forged a path for yourselves being there, and both, I think it's really important that we have the opportunity here in this country to make whatever we want of ourselves. The type of education, type of we want to do. We're very, very lucky, so well done. And I'm sure you're a community person, and you do a lot of hard work, and I'm sure you continue to do that. We may not see eye to eye on a lot of political stuff, but other things I'm sure we'll work for the benefit of the council. So well done. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, can I say, I believe you proved yourself within your corpus, within your community. Well done. Looking forward to working with you. As I was sitting inside, Councillor Asfour asked me, how come you're not running anyone against Bill A? I said, I don't know. Maybe I like him better more. You've always running someone against me. And now you're not running anyone against me. I said, mate, I like him more. I'm only joking. I'd like to say, Councillor Asfour, I really want to thank you for your great leadership, for your support, not only to the Labor councillors, but also to the Liberal councillors. I wish you all the best for your future endeavour, and good luck. Thank you.
Councillor Asfour.
thank you, Mr. Mayor. It's a real honour to be up here today and congratulate you. Ascension to the throne. You had one person get ascended to the throne on Saturday night, but I think your ascension tonight is a lot more important and a lot more legitimate as well, because you were elected by your peers, and that's why we are really happy that you have come here this evening, and that you've got a big job ahead. And for me, for the last 4 years, I did my speech at the beginning, but I think now it's no more looking backwards. Let's start looking forwards, and I'm here to help in any way I can, and here to always debate in the council chamber about important matters. But I think it's important that we have these debates in a civil way. We can always disagree, but to do it in a civil way with respect is something that I'm going to be pushing for in this chamber moving forward. So congratulations once again, and look forward to what the future has in store.
So, I might as well actually, I want to start with acknowledging the tradition of all of the land and paying my respect for all the past and present and emerging. Well, I would like to start with acknowledging the presence of the Mufti of Australia, Dr. Muhammad, and the President of the Imam Council, Sheikh Shadi, and other respected imams, and community organization, and the leader of and Sheikh and always my best friend Sheikh Bayes to be here tonight, and also my best friend the Minister of the first Muslim Minister in Parliament of New South Wales, and all the parliamentarian colleague at the council, fellow council. Well, I'm as well, actually, I would like to thank Councillor Asfour for the hard work of being a mayor almost 11 years. Almost 11 years. I know it's actually to be a mayor, to be a councillor is not an easy job. It's actually a much commitment, and I would like to, on behalf of our community, to thank you for the hard work, especially during 3 years of COVID, when we believe that actually he maintained the city with shape, and he showed the leadership. And for my friend, brother Clr Khal, I would like to make a congratulations. And I can't promise you I can help you for everything, but just, like when you need me, I'm there to help. And that's it, actually. We have to actually, our commitment, and that's a very, very special moment for us as a multicultural community in the city, to have brother like you in this city, and I wish you all the best, and as I said, we can look forward to working with you one-to-one, and with the other staff as well. Thank you very much.
Mr. Mayor, may I acknowledge the member for East Wilson and the Honourable Shihadi Minister. Thank you, Minister, this evening. Former Councillor Steve Kosetsky, religious leaders, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
your speech that you stated that you arrived in Australia in 1949. That was the year that I left Canterbury Council. So 82. I thought it was quite interesting, quite momentous that you arrived in this beautiful country during that time period. May I say that I do wish you all the best in this endeavour, because your story is a story of many migrants in this country. I was fortunate enough to be born in this city. You were fortunate enough to arrive as a child, and you've done very well this evening. I wish you all the best. I hope in my heart that you will provide the leadership and the stamina, which I believe you do have, to lead us in a merger. That I do want to go back to my beloved Canterbury Council, and I believe a lot of the residents here tonight are my former constituents. And I do wish you all the best, and I will work very hard with you to achieve that goal. In relation to former Mayor Clr Khal Asfour, I do want to congratulate him on his tenure as the Mayor. We did have our political differences. However, I will acknowledge, Councillor Asfour, that you did a great thing for my area, and that is that you saved single-handedly Peace Park for our area. A park that's land Peace Park that was going to be taken over by a group of developers to be destroyed. It was a park that had been so treated the jewel of the crown of the former council, and you single-handedly brought it to the attention of the council. We had no idea what was about to happen. And I do acknowledge you, and I do thank you for that. In relation to what will happen in the future, I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I don't have a magic wand, I don't have a crystal ball. But I do know that the councillors that are sitting here before you this evening, Mr. Mayor, are very committed to their constituencies. And we have some very, very difficult times ahead of us. We are facing some very, very difficult financial, economic times. And we, as elected representatives, must make some very, very difficult decisions. We've got to do a lot of belt-tightening. It's not like before. And I don't envy your position as Mayor. It is a very, very difficult position that you take on. But you will have my total support. And I'm very, very happy to see so many people this evening come out supporting you. And I do hope that these residents come back and attend our monthly meetings. I do encourage you to come to your council meetings, because this is where true democracy lives. This is the heart and soul. We are at the forefront of democracy, not state or federal, and I do apologise to state colleagues. We are there, right at the coalface of the community. I won't say any more, but again, congratulations, and I hope you do have some celebrations for your evening with your family, and thank you so much.
Thank you, congratulations, Mr. Mayor. I think it's a tough act to follow being second last, but I just like to say 1999 was also a significant year for me. My final year of preschool. But I'd like to say, firstly, thank you, Councillor Asfour, for your leadership, particularly during my first term as councillor. You've been respectful, you've been such a great support as well, so thank you so much. And to you, Mayor Elhaig, I look forward to working with you and seeing you at a lot more events that I see you as well, but congratulations.
Thank you. Normally we go left to right. Hopefully one day we'll go right to left, so I don't have to break this very end. Thank you all for coming out. I'd like to acknowledge all of you and not make a special mention to anyone, because you're all special in your own right. So thank you.
That's
out.
nice.
Congratulations, Mayor Elhaig. You'll be a great mayor, I'm sure, and it'll be very large footsteps that you will have to fill in terms of former Mayor Asfour. 2017 some of us here were elected in the first term of the amalgamated council. To have a mayor like Mayor Asfour leading us through the unknown, through the massive unknown, you could not have asked for a better person. No one knew local government and the way to get a group of councillors together from 3 different parties than the former Mayor Asfour. I'm looking forward to the time that Cal, as a person, can spend time with Sally and his children, can put his feet up on Friday nights, Thursday nights, Saturday nights, and watch the football, should he wish. I'm sure Parramatta will be winning. I'm looking forward to him being able to have coffee, or going out for walks, or doing nothing, and spending time with his family and friends that he hasn't had the ability to do in the whole time he's been mayor. I'm really looking forward to that, because as a person, you're a great bloke. You're not only a great bloke, but you're actually very funny, and we've enjoyed some really good laughs together. So I respect you, and I like you, and I'm looking forward to you having a great, long, successful life for yourself and for your loved ones as well. And Sally, you're now going to have you more than you probably wanted to, but you know, good luck to you. And 1999, I was a bush regenerator at Clr Council, where I picked up rubbish, I cleaned toilets, I mowed the lawns, and I looked after the area. So, local government is in your blood. And I hope that local government is in all of our blood, because that's what makes us care, that's what makes us understand what needs to be done, and that's what makes good governance of this council important, because you understand what the needs of the community are. So, good luck, Mayor Alhay. You'll do a great job, I'm sure. It's a hard job, and I'm looking forward to the next term up until September 24. I'm sure you're all very restless and eager to get on and to eat and to have something to drink and to shake the mayor's hand, so I'll leave it to that. And it's a new era, but it's going to be a good era. So thank you, former Mayor Asfour, and congratulations.
I do believe that you said, well, I do hope that Parramatta never Sorry. That brings an end to tonight's meeting, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be taking a few family photos as well as a few photos of the councillors right in the chamber, but I invite you all to walk with me in about 5 minutes across to the library, which is just 50 metres up. And there'll be food and light refreshments, and there'll be plenty of opportunities to take some photos. It is now 8:20. I think they're leaving close.